Alrighty. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Something a little bit different today. Well, different for you, not so much for me. This is one of my most played games ever. Between, the Switch version and the Wii U version. I reckon it must be over 200 hours. Mario Kart 8. Played it to death. I'm at the point where friends in real life won't play with me because, they can't touch this. I'm the business at Mario Kart 8. So yeah, it's it doesn't. That's not one that I think of if someone asks me my favorite game of all time, but it kind of is up there. Like, I love this game. I think it's the business. I think it looks gorgeous. I think the music's great. I think it controls phenomenally. Yeah, I'm all about Mario Kart. The basic plan, I'm just going to hop online, play a bunch of races, see how it goes. We'll at least keep going until we get a Moo Moo Meadows. I did the same thing on, not quite New Year's Eve, I think it was the 29th. It's before I went a-travelling for my New Year's break. But I thought, right, it's the last couple of days of the Year of the Cow. Let's play until we get Moo Moo Meadows. This year, of course, the 30th anniversary of Super Mario Kart. The original SNES one. So, well, there we go. I slightly nudged the wire. How dare I, right? I also think Mario Kart DS might have been my first online game. I mean, not technically. I think me and my dad played Doom on his, DOS PC. But in terms of game that was mine, that I owned, that I was hopping online with, yeah, Mario Kart DS. Then after that, it would have been Metroid Prime Hunters, also on the DS. I guess I dabbled in Pokemon, but not as much. And then, yeah, Mario Kart Wii, I was all over. I remember even the day that released, me and my buddy, were we at school or we'd recently finished school? Anyway, just having an all-night session, the two of us online, making sure we beat anyone we saw who was from, one of England's football rival countries, like Germany or France. Right. It's 5 a.m. and I'm freezing. I have got my heating on, but let's see how quick it can heat up the room. Part of the problem is I have to leave this door open over here because that's where I hang up my laundry. So the room doesn't heat up as quick as you'd like. I might move it. Anyway. Basically, I'm just getting my excuses in early in case I do not do well in this race. Oh yeah, they come from. Ugh. And I know the pedestrian always has right of way, but they literally teleported in from nowhere. Also, they were ice skating in the road. I cannot be held responsible. I've got a lawyer up, basically. Luckily, I'm royalty. Don't even know if I could be tried in a civilian court. So I hadn't played for a little while, and I hopped back on a couple of nights ago, and it's like everyone's Waluigi at the moment. And there's this particular setup of Waluigi on that like Wiggler bike that seems to be super popular. And I don't know if that's because it's like Deece or just because it's the meme. But this is the bike that I was using to smash out all the staff ghosts. And for a while there, me and my friend Mus had a bit of a back and forth going on our Moo Moo Meadows lap times. To the point that I did download the like world record holder Moo Moo Meadows lap. And I was chasing her score, but I don't think I was ever gonna get there. Not until I hit another level of Mario Kart skillage. I need to get the skills what kills. Have one of them. Yeah. I didn't mean to use both of them. That was me getting impatient. Because there's another red shell. Third down to like 12th in the final straight. That's Mario Kart for you folks. But for first race, I'm happy with that. I got into the thick of it nicely. Once I get my groove, you can get far enough ahead that it doesn't matter what anyone hits you with. Which is why I don't go in for the, like, Mario Kart, your skill doesn't matter. Nah. People who say that just don't have skill at Mario Kart. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news. I think my laundry is dry, so I'm going to take it down so I can shut the door and hopefully seal the heat into this room. I'm back. The boys are back in town. Shout out, of course, to the big man, Meatloaf, R.I.P. Found that news out as I got home from work last night. Japan time. Gave all I would do anything for love a listen. What a song. What a guy. Sounds like he was absolutely sound as well. And performing right up to the end, even in ill health. So yeah. Big shout out to a legendary performer. If there are any Meatloaf fans watching today, my heart is with you. Oh no, I'm playing against Ronaldo himself. How can I possibly compete against CR7? Cristiano Ronaldo is very popular among my students. I teach English in Japan, and whenever there's any controversy or anything, they don't know about all that. So I just have to be like, yeah, he's cool, isn't he? Good abs, good at the football. It's like everyone I know in Japan loves Harry Potter. And I used to love Harry Potter. But it's not even worth trying to explain to my Japanese friends, like, oh, I like Harry Potter, but I'm hesitant to support it because, you know, J.K. Rowling has a lot of outlandish views that she espouses, and they're just like, huh? You know, that stuff doesn't enter into the conversation here. It's pretty far removed. Brilliant. Good job, Luke. Drive right into the big musical note. Okay. That's better than last time. That's definitely better than last time. Up into the top 4. As with any racing game, you know, once you can see past all the party game item stuff, basically just comes down to familiarity with the tracks. If you know the tracks well, you can find the line, dodge all the obstacles, power through. And why are you not even attempting to heat my room? What is wrong with you? I mean, the answer is probably that it's full of snow on the other side. Mother Hubbard. Wow, people like Rainbow Road. Surprised. Right, here we go. I've got to be the Drift King for this one. Mario Kart 8 Tokyo Drift all up in here. Went to Sapporo in my winter break, and that was the most Blade Runner city I've seen in Japan yet. A lot of big neon lights and screens and mad buildings. It was great. I mean, it wasn't quite Neo Bowser City, but what is? Alright, Oliver, I'm coming for you. The craziest thing that I went through in Mario Kart 8 was reaching the level of speed that wow. I was about to make basically a humble brag and I got knocked into 8th. That I actually have to use the brake occasionally now. A button which I had forgotten existed. The first time was in obviously 200cc. Everyone is like, oh wow, I actually have to brake in this game. This is fast. But you do kind of get there with regular 150 as well. Or you don't need the brakes because you're just slow and dreadful. Apparently I have a viewer. Can you please come to my house and murder me? Because this is terrible Mario Karting. Hang your head in shame. Hang your head in shame. Hopefully someone was just watching for that first part, where I was in like second for a lap. And not the entire remainder. Okay. Those 3 are real good uns. Hopefully I can find a bit of groove. All up in here. All up in here, all up in here. I hate you too, Mr. Heater. I'll try leaving it off for a race and turning it on at the end. See if I get any results. What an eclectic mix of characters awaiting this race. You can tell that's a good selection of tracks because only one guy went random. Here we are, Hyrule Circuit. Head in the game, Luke. Head in the game. One, two, three. Nice. My favorite part of that one is when you're in like the thick of it. There's a bunch of racers around you, and you know two of them have been hit. So you're just like, you got to be brave and assume the third one is going to get hit, and go for the jump in the middle. Wow, that was poor. Missed that item. Spent a bit too long on the grass. Basically wasted that shortcut. What a chump. Been chumpatized. Nope, didn't pay off. Everyone else did it. Now it's open. There you go. That is the risk-reward element. It requires wisdom and courage. I guess everyone's got the power because we are in powered motor vehicles. Something, something. Sort of sounded smart, didn't it? This is poor so far. This is very poor. I'm definitely going to blame the old 5 AM factor as much as I can, though. Dreadful, appalling, shocking. I'm glad no one's watching this yet. Although it's technically one of viewers. I hope you blinked for that entire race. I'll just stay on random. Well, I've turned up the oomph, but at the moment it's just blowing cold air at me, which is not ideal. Ooh, Super Nintendo. Now we're playing with power. Look at them pretty clouds. What a video game. Now, to be fair to my poor little AC doing its best to heat me, I could literally hear the outside of my apartment freezing last night as I went to bed. Like Iceman in the X-Men, you can hear like that stuff froze, is how cold it was. So I'd imagine it's struggling. Ooh. Oh, dreadful. Terrible. What a poor attempt at that corner. Who was that and how dare you, quite frankly? Us? Lemmy. Ooh. Still fourth. Could be worse. Could be a lot worse. I'll take a fourth. I'll take a fourth. What's wrong with a fourth? Sure, it's not top three. It's not podium. But, you know. If Tottenham came fourth this season, I'd be over the moon. I'd be thrilled. Can they do it? Who knows? Wow, people are into Bowser. Cheap Cheap Beach has nice vibes. But I'm not always the biggest fan of like the underwatery ones. I'm just pressing buttons. It's in Japanese. I can barely read it. Here we go. Oh, poor. Very poor. This is my track as well. I chose this one. I've done this myself. Brilliant. Excellent. Thanks. I don't know if you caught that, but I prematurely took the corner, thinking I would get a mushroom, when I did not. I did, in fact, get a fire flower. And I think that cost me about 4 places, so... Right, it's making an attempt. I'm waking up, I've had some coffee. Come on, here we go. Yeah, Toad Harbor, let's go, yeah. Yeah, let's go. I'm a little Mario Kart gremlin. I can do it. Oh, perhaps Master could spare a mushroom in my time of need. I don't know what I'm doing. Potion seller, I require your fastest mushrooms. I'm going into battle, and I need to go rapidly. You can't handle my fastest mushrooms. They're not fit for a beast, let alone a man. Potion seller, you've had your say, but I shall have mine. You're a rascal, with no respect for knights, no respect for anyone. Gonna like to start the race. How was there a mushroom there? No one had been there yet. I guess someone threw it forwards. Wow. Oh, not a mushroom. A banana. Banana, you know what I mean. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This shit is bananas. Okay, we can do it. Screw you. I was behind a guy who just drove into a wall in front of me, so... Excellent.